Hey, everybody. So, thank you for joining me today. This is just going to be a real quick what's coming next, what's next on my channel, Craft with Tea. And I'll be probably talking about this a lot throughout, especially the first couple of months. It's the new year, and I enjoy doing the videos that I do, but I know that the schedule may not be as regular as it has been in the past. Only because right now life is lifing and I want to create, but I'm not feeling very creative. Okay. So the creative flame is sort of just flickering. Okay. But I do still want to share. So I'll be doing lives with my little scrapbook store. I'm still doing those. And as I get new product in or new items in, I want to kind of share with you some things that I found, some things that I thought about with projects that we've done last year that I want to try something new. Um, so, with that being said, this first thing that I want to show you is I got this off of Amazon, and this is embroidery floss. I know you guys have probably seen them. They sometimes come in long, like in the long strands, and then you can buy these little pieces to kind of wrap them yourself. Well, I know me. I'm lazy. I ain't gonna do it. So I found a container that already had them pre-wrapped, and for me this will be easier for when I want to do sewing or try sewing on my layouts. So that's something that I know this year that I want to try and do more of. Usually I don't do a lot of sewing. My sewing machine, I do have a sewing machine that I've used in the past to sew on, and I still have it, so I can still use it. But sometimes you just want to do some hand stitching. So I figured this one was a really good kit because it comes with a lot of accessories as well. Oh, where's mine? Here it is. I'm like, I know there's a way to open this. So you get a strawberry for you to be able to put your pins in if you wanted to use pins. They give you some safety pins. We have, I don't know what this ink is for. There's red and blue. So I don't know if they use this for like marking materials, certain materials for whatever it is you're sewing. If you're actually sewing like fabric and stuff like that, this is a stitch remover. I don't know if you guys are familiar with sewing. I used to sew. I actually have a degree in costume design that not many people know. This is for threading your needle, but so is, I think, this one. So they give you like a couple of options. So if you have a hard time threading needles on your own, they give you different tools that you can use for that. Of course, a thimble. That's always good to have, to be able to press it through. I know sewing with paper, sometimes it can be like that, but if you do pre-do your holes, you'll be okay. So we have that kind of thimble. And then they also have one that you can put on your finger like that, like a ring, to use as a thimble. And then in here, they give you quite a few different needle types. I don't know if you can see in there. Yeah. There's all different sizes. So if I wanted to, I could take these and like, hold on, that one's upside down, and just use it, stab my little strawberry, and then, keep them in there. But I like the fact that they're in here. And the good thing about embroidery is the needle isn't sharp. So I'm stabbing myself and it doesn't hurt. Okay. Because it's more rounded than it is a sharp point. I just think that's so cute. So you can leave that on there or in there. And then this is super cute. This is actually like scissors, basically. So you can cut your thread and stuff like that. So if a lot of times, if sewers like to have scissors for, fabrics. These are really good probably for the thread because it's going to be nice and sharp. So this won't be used to cut paper or anything like that. So you have all that in your kit. And then these all separate, which are nice. And you can get to all your different colors. And that's the other thing I liked about this. Look at all the black and white. So obviously they know you're going to use a lot of that. But then you get so much in each shade. Okay. And you can see there's a lot of colors in here. All right. And I like doing that because it just makes it easier. That way I don't have to keep buying threads. I got so many shades of green. Seriously, I'm sure I can find something that'll work with many collections. But I like that you can unhook it anywhere and just take the lid off. And then you have access to all these different colors. Look at all those pinks and the purples. Ooh. Now me, if I was doing this, I would have put this over here and put this one over here with the purples. But that's just me. You know, like to me, that makes more sense. Like I get it. And they have all these little plastic pieces to, you know, keep the sections apart. But I'm like, what are we doing? I think this one should be probably over here. And then really I want to put this one over here with these, but over here is fine. Okay. See, does that make more sense? Yeah, those make more sense. Now, I know this one probably over here doesn't make sense, but it's closest to the purple side that I can get. So, it's just one of the things that I got. I was thinking about sewing more, and so I just wanted to get something that's easy to grab. I can travel with this. I can put this on a shelf and just grab it when I want to actually do some sewing. Okay, so we're going to put that to the side real quick. And then the other thing was I saw these stencils on Amazon as well. And my thought was, when we're doing the bokeh technique, a lot of times you got to make all these punches in, you know, you're using paper, and sometimes paper gets weak over time, you know, with all the ink you're using and stuff like that. And I was just like, this would be perfect because you get all these different sizes. Let me see if I can have a nice big piece. Okay, so we're going to use this. So you get all these different sizes of stencils, right? And I like the fact that they're going to be easy to clean. You can have really big circles. I mean, look how this goes pretty big. So let's say on my layout, I'm doing a 12 by 12 layout. And I want to create like a colored background just right in the center. Now I have a really big stencil where I can create that in the center and then create my photo area right in this section here that I'm coloring with ink if I want, you know, or I can use a pencil and just trace some lines to create like interest on the background. There's a lot of things you can use these stencils for. Okay. But I love the fact that they're all different sizes. And then I don't have to worry about, well, I used ink on this. I don't want to cross-contaminate. I don't want to have to try and keep a hold of all these so I can do the same technique again, right? With all the inks on them. No, these I can now throw away. I don't need to save them. And now I can have these and do the same techniques. Oh, there's two here. Even better. And some of these are the same size. So like I could literally just take those two and that one and that. I might take one of these extra sizes and ship them to a bestie. Let's see. Do we get two of these too? Is this two? Oh, that's two too. That's awesome. Well, let's see. I'll find out. If Beatrice doesn't want a second set or a set, then I might be sending this to Anna. Because I know she liked doing or learning about the bokeh technique too. So this could be a really good thing to share. I didn't know you got 2 of each size in here. But I just didn't stop with just the circles. Obviously, the circles is awesome. But I believed you could do the same techniques with the different shapes, right? So I just did the shapes that I like. So I did circle because it has to be circle. But then I was like, oh, we could do that with hearts too. Right? Do different layers of hearts, and look at that. So you got it with the hearts. Same idea. You know? And again, you have a bokeh using heart shapes instead of, just the circles. And then, hold on. Stars. How can we not get stars, right? I was like, those are like the top 3 shapes. Now, if I can find the hectagons in the stencil, oh my gosh, I will definitely let you guys know. Now, again, now that I know that there's 2, so we can do same thing with this one. You got a small, your next one, and your next one. Look at that. Stars, all for your backgrounds. I mean, I just think that this is such a better way, and these will be easy to clean, easy to wipe off, and you can reuse them over and over and over and over again. Yeah, I like it. And then if you wanted to, because you know what I was thinking, I know you guys probably like, you're all over the place, girl. But what I was thinking is that, yeah, you use your ink and you color it in, but then you could grab one and just use it with like your embossing paste or your, I was trying to see which one I have. I have a Simon Hurley over here. Like you could use this one, you know what I mean? Your Astros or your solar paste and, stuff like that, and add, texture and different things to the project as well. I don't know. This is just something that I thought about. So I was like, you know what? Let me see what I can find. I went on a mission trying to find, like I said, the thread, and in the process saw these and was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. So we got the circles, hearts, and stars. Love it. And then we have the embroidery thread. So what I'll do is I'll try and make sure that I have the links for all this down in the more section. So if you guys are interested, you can check it out too. Again, thank you guys for joining me. I'm sorry I have not been posting the way I normally do, but like I said, like it's the worst feeling to sit down at your craft table and have no desire or no like to create something, so hopefully it'll come back. It usually does, and then everything will pick back up. So you may see these on Technique Tuesday, because we got to play with them and figure it out. Same thing with the embroidery thread, because I want to share with you guys my opinions on things. How if you have your Tim Holtz ruler, how you can create holes for you to be able to sew through, all that kind of stuff. Okay, so thanks again, you guys, for joining. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you guys in our next video. I will be live this Sunday at 8 p.m. on YouTube, so hopefully you guys can all join, and we'll figure out what we're working on then. It'll probably be one of the challenges, because that's usually what I do when I'm not very creative. I just find challenges help, because there's an objective at hand and you just have to execute. You know what I mean? So you don't have to come up with anything brand new is basically what I'm trying to say. All right, y'all. I hope you have a great weekend. Thank you for joining me again. And I hope you have a great one. Happy New Year, by the way.